women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Yes, I own.
What you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
She's a whore! She's a whore! And I love it. But I have no man and no one to be a whore for.
I need that money.
Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Yes!
There are men that are looking for good women, and looking to be married and everything. And I think that we just need to know that, understand that, because it is out there. There's a man right now that's going through a breakup because a woman hurt him, not he hurt her. You know?
So you think there's men out here that's looking for a good woman in a marriage?
Yes,
absolutely.
And you think that they are a good man?
Yes, I think that a lot of men are yearning for good women, because a good woman is not just a woman that's beautiful or a successful woman. You know what I mean? Like it's not that. So many of us is beautiful and successful and all those things, but it's deeper than that. A spiritual aligned woman, a woman that knows who she is, a woman that is coming to also be a servant. You know what I mean?
Come on, a helpmate.
You know, exactly.
A helpmate.
So
that's going to add value to your life
and multiply.
Yes.
A good woman will help you multiply anything that you touch. Mm-hmm.
A good woman going to turn your dreams and help you make your dreams reality.
Yeah.
She going to birth something in you.
Chad, what do you say? Are men still looking for good women? Hit that like button, chat. Hit that like button. You thought we were done? Nah, it's not over yet. It's not over. I got one more for you. I had one last thing. Just one more thing. Do you think men are looking for good women still after all of this red pill, manosphere, gender war? She hate me. I don't need no man. Do you think they're still looking for good women?
There are men that are looking for good women, and looking to be married and everything. And I think that we just need to know that, understand that, because it is out there. And there's a man right now that's going through a breakup because a woman hurt him, not he hurt her. You know?
So you think there's men out here that's looking for a good woman in a marriage?
Yes,
absolutely.
And you think that they are a good man?
Yes, I think that a lot of men are yearning for good women, Because a good woman is not just a woman that's beautiful or a successful woman. You know what I mean? Like it's not that. So many of us is beautiful and successful and all those things, but it's deeper than that. A spiritual aligned woman, a woman that knows who she is, a woman that is coming to also be a servant. You know what I mean?
Come on, a helpmate.
You know, exactly.
A helpmate.
So
That's gonna add value to your life.
and multiply.
Yes.
A good woman gonna help you multiply anything that you touch.
A good woman gonna turn your dreams and help you make your dreams reality.
Yeah.
She gonna birth something in you.
Yes. She gonna be an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they say when he finds a
He who
wife,
finds
a
a
good
yes.
thing,
Yes.
and finds favor from the Lord.
And you
Come
have
And I
on.
think people always forget that last part, favor from the Lord. So it shows you that when man gets a good woman, that he gets favor from the Lord.
Come on.
Favor,
Come on.
favor is like what we all is out here wanting to be favored. Like you see.
You hear that? You got to love me right so God can love us right. That's what favor from the Lord really means in a practical level. If you can love me right, then God will love us right. Shout out to Sigma Jones with the 5-ball. Remember to exercise, though, community ghost. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help Black people.
These two have not found favor from the Lord.
He needs to go.
Look what she just did.
Yeah, I did. He just won't get out. He keeps grabbing me. He keeps grabbing me.
She
He
keeps
keeps grabbing me. That's why I told you have to remove him. You have to.
She bit me because I wanted to go in the bathroom and close the door. She proceeded to grab my stuff. I grabbed
I
it
want
back.
him out
She started
tonight.
pulling me.
I want him
I
out.
tried to remove myself, and this is what I got.
I want him out.
Hands behind your back.
What?
Hands behind your back.
For what?
ID number.
Biting it.
No, I got. He literally grabbed me.
Hands behind your back.
No, he grabbed me.
Listen,
He grabbed me.
I got 6 more officers coming.
He grabbed me.
I have 3 more cruisers, 6
No,
more
I'm not
officers.
mentally. No. Are you gonna really do this when I just want you to see?
Show me the bruises.
Okay, I will.
You couldn't show me anything earlier.
I did it because I didn't want him to
No,
go
you
to jail
didn't.
when I wanted to leave. Get out.
What happened right now?
He's locking the door in the bathroom. Well, I went to the bathroom. I'm in there talking to my cousin. He's grabbing me up. He keeps talking to me. You can see it. Literally, I can turn the light on. I have bruises all over my body. Like, literally,
Where's he choking you?
bruises all over my body.
Where is he choking you?
He just had me in a chokehold.
Pull your pants up.
He gonna try to take me to jail because I want somebody at my house. I want him at my house. Stop. I want him at my house. Why are you arresting me? Why are you arresting me? Why are you arresting me? Wait, stop.
Please don't.
Why would you do this? Why am I being arrested? Wait, you gotta explain this to me. Why am I being arrested? Don't let me be tortured, God, please.
Sometimes plans don't go your way. You know, you thought it, you had it all worked out in your mind, and then you met the enemy.
And I want to say this. I don't want to see no pregnancy announcements in 2026. Full stop to the
She don't want to see any pregnancy announcements in 2026. What do you mean?
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
And I want to say this. I don't want to see no pregnancy announcements in 2026. Full stop to the sentence. I can't think of any logical reason that anybody should be getting pregnant in 2026 in the climate that we're living in today. Okay? Okay? they'll let you down that table. Ladies, it's not safe out here. And some of these men who convincing y'all to have a baby with them, their bloodline needs to die. It needs to end with you. The foolishness needs to stop. Okay? Something to be...
I mean, the bloodline ends with her too. It's not just ending his bloodline, but don't let me stop a queen from cooking. Let me get out the kitchen.
Said about survival of the fittest. There's something to be said about natural selection. And some of these men, their bloodline don't need to continue on no further. Okay? Honestly, children are not a blessing. And this is a flaw in theology. If y'all didn't keep thinking children was a blessing, y'all wouldn't keep justifying having them because you think you're only created to have children. And some of y'all were only created because your parents were horny. And this is why not smart people have the most kids, because when you're smart, you recognize, hey, maybe we should plan this so that we're effectively prepared. But no, not smart people just, oh, well, it just happened. I guess we'll go with it. And that's why there's a lot more not smart people than smart people, because smart people stop having them. We don't need a litter of your offspring out here mucking up the dating pool and fucking up our economy. Okay, let's just stop. Enough is a damn enough. Full stop. I don't want to see no pregnancy dances in 2026. This is not the time nor the place for giving birth. Okay? We don't got time for it. We don't know what's gonna be happening. And the last thing, if everybody gotta start running, and we don't know why everybody running, but everybody just need to start running, and here your ass come pregnant and can't even run. We're not doing it. Not in 26. We got to do better. And this is the first year we need to have the lowest birth rate in the history of America in 26. And I'm calling for it right now. Y'all heard it here first. 26. If you was planning on getting pregnant, forget it. If you're already pregnant, we'll let that slide. I don't know why you would have did that, but we're here now. But look, don't come up pregnant in 20. Don't get pregnant in 26. It's a mistake. And I'm telling you right now, no, don't to do it and do not.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but a lot of these broads just don't give motherly. A lot of these broads just, I don't get motherly energy from these broads. You know what I mean? It's a shame, really.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
And you know the worst part? I think even the kids start to realize that a lot of these broads, they don't give motherly energy. Look what she wrote. Why don't you have a man, Mom? Put your answer here. That's what she wrote. Why don't you have a man, Mom? Put your answer here. How old do you think that little girl is? How old do you think that little girl is to be asking her mom, why you ain't got no man?
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
That's brutal. The brutality of it all.
What did say? I told you have a man, Mom. Put your answer here. You can erase it or put it down here.
Why are you asking me that?
Okay, yeah, answer the question.
Right, it's like fill out the paperwork. I don't know why you act like you'll be filling out paperwork. We need that welfare money. You fill out that paperwork, right? When you got to get the rent paid, you fill out that paperwork. I don't know why you can't answer my questions. You answer all the white man questions. How come you can't answer my questions, but you answer the white man questions? No problem. You spent 45 minutes just writing down stuff, answering the white man questions. You can't answer my questions, is all I'm saying. Kid be having questions and shit.
I told you
this is crazy
have
work.
A man, Mom. Put your answer here. You can erase it or put it down here.
Why are you asking me that?
Okay, answer the question.
Why are you asking me that? Answer my question. No, move. Don't get on me. Why are you asking me that?
Because I want to know why I don't got a daddy. Everybody else got one.
You ain't got a daddy because your daddy don't want to be a daddy.
That sounds like a skills issue, Mom. No bullshit. No bullshit, Mom. That sounds like a skill issue.
Because I want to know why I don't got a daddy. Everybody else got one.
You ain't got a daddy because your daddy don't want to be a daddy.
Jesus.
Find you one.
Yeah, that's what
Said, find me one. Oh my God. Oh my God. She said, find me one. You have a mission. You had one job, bitch.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
She told her, find me one. Oh my God. How your daughter just gonna lay her head on your lap like that? You know how emotionally disarming that is when your daughter comes and lays her head on your knee? Talk about, can you go find me a daddy?
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
Bruh. Oh my God. We got to crowdfund this girl a daddy, man. We got to find her a daddy. She one of the kids that really could use one. She already know what's missing in life. She like 5, 6 years old, already smarter than her mama. She need a daddy so she don't go off the rails.
What they say?
I told you have a man, Mom. Put your answer here. You can erase it or put it down here.
Why are you asking me that?
Okay, answer the question.
Why are you asking me that? Answer my question. No, move. Don't get on me. Why are you asking me that?
Because I want to know why I don't got a daddy. Everybody else got one.
You ain't got a daddy because your daddy don't want to be a daddy.
Jesus.
Find you one.
Yeah, that's what you said. Please, I need that. I need a dada. For Christmas, that's what I want, a dada.
All she wants for Christmas is a dada. You had one job.
I need a dada. For Christmas, that's what I want, a dada. I want the daddy to show up at the house.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
These kids are giving these chicks hell, man. All around, just giving the chicks hell.
Let's give a round of applause for how you Black queens are raising these girls. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. You guys are raising them with no dignity, a sense of entitlement that they should not have. And on top of that, the rudeness level that you are raising these young girls with is honestly disgusting. It was a gift exchange at school for my 11-year-old son who's in 6th grade. Right. So we had to sign a paper. You signed the paper and said, hey, yeah, my daughter wants to participate. We're going to do a gift exchange, $25 maximum, whatever. Right. So my son gets the Roblox. I should have known something was up. We're going to call the girl P. P's thing said she likes baddies. Yeah, she likes baddies. That's her favorite show. She's like 11 or 12 in 6th grade, but her favorite show is baddies. That to me should have rang a bell. We should have been like, no, we're not participating. But I said, hey, you know what? Let's give it a go, right? My son really wanted to participate. Let's do it. So we go. I'm like, hey, here's a $25 Roblox gift card that she asked for. Here you go. She asked for clothes. She asked for shoes. This girl asked for a lot of stuff. I'm like, hey, the budget's 25. Like, I don't, I'm sorry your parents don't give you clothes and shoes, but asking another kid's parents to buy you clothes and shoes during a gift exchange is kind of like, girl, like, what are you thinking? Anyways, so the days are getting closer. My son's like, hey, like, I noticed that my gift, wasn't under the tree. I said, hey, maybe her parents are waiting to the last day of the exchange comes. My son's gift is still not under the tree. I said, hey, you know what? Maybe she's going to bring it the day of, right? The day of shows up. My son gives the girl her gift. And so my son says, hey, where's my gift? She goes, I didn't get you a gift because I don't have to. My son says, but it was a gift exchange. She goes, I don't care what it was. And she takes the gift card and walks away. Mind you, P is black and she wears lace front wigs. And again, her favorite show is Baddies. So at this point, my son's like, whatever, bro. So I'm like, it's not.
What grade are these children in? And she's wearing lace front wigs. Is that what the kids are doing now? I'm out of fashion. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Not whatever. First off, it's not the point that it was $25. That's neither here nor there. It's the point of her level of entitlement and the fact that she's a scammer at the age of 11 or 12 years old. Over here, Scammy, she knew she was not going to get a gift. Her parents knew she was not going to give him a gift. And so it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the point of this? For a $25 gift card and to make someone feel what? What did you want him to feel about himself? You know what I mean? And so I go down to the school because I'm like, absolutely not. I say, call her mama and tell her to come up here because we need to know if her mom actually got him a gift or not. The mom was like, well, I didn't know. I forgot. Mind you, mama in bonnet and pajamas. Daughter must have been wearing a lace front that belongs to her and the mama because the mama had a bonnet on her head. Her hair wasn't done at all. And she's like, I don't know. I mean, we was talking about the gift exchange and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, ma'am. I'm like, you don't have to get loud. We're just asking for the gift card back. She's like, oh, it's just a funky ass little $25. It's not even that serious. Okay, well, give us the gift card back. She's like, well, my daughter already put it on her account. Okay, well, give me $25. And she, I don't have to pay. I said, you know what? At the end of the day, baby, you're right. You guys needed more than us. You go to keep. We don't need nothing, baby. We balling. She's like, we balling over here, baby. We got money. We got racks, baby. You don't even know. My baby got Jordans. My baby. I'm like, okay, my son owns an acre of land and a home, so he has a trust fund. So what are we really comparing here? You know what I mean? And that was her mindset to bring up that her baby has Jordans. I don't care. I said, you know what? You're right. You guys go ahead and have fun. I said, little mama, you enjoy the gift card. I have a Merry Christmas. I took my son. I said, you know what? You handled that very well. He was like, you know, mom, like I'm not into drama. I'm just not into it. I said, I understand, baby. So I took him to the store. I got him a $25 Roblox gift card and we went home. That was it. But at the end of the day, like I told the teacher, I said, you were supposed to be monitoring the situation. I said, when you noticed that the deadline had passed and she had not brought a gift, you could have saved everybody some drama and some trouble by saying, hey, P, you don't have your gift, so we're going to rearrange the gift exchange because you don't have your gift. You know what I mean? So instead of putting my son in a position and me in a position where we had to confront somebody over a $25 gift, you know what I mean? So again, it's just like I said, like the little girl, for her to just have that sense of entitlement, that sense of I don't give a F at this age is kind of crazy. Like, how bold are you to say, oh, I don't have to because I didn't want to? How bold are you to do that? What kind of people are you guys raising? You know what I mean? And it's not like an isolated, it's not an isolated. They almost all act this way. It's not an isolated event. You know what I mean? And mind you, she literally, and I'm gonna have the school check that address because my daughter knows her older sister, and she was like, "Oh yeah, no, they're not supposed to be at the school." She's like, "They commute. They were using the grandma's address, and because they live in like a different city or whatever, right? And they were using the grandma's address, but the grandma moved too, so they're not even supposed to be in our school district. Let's start with that. So again, I'm about to have them check that address, baby, because you're not gonna be up here with your ghetto ways stanking up the place."
Done made an enemy. The problems persist at every age, apparently. And then you just fade out.
I think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves. And it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, you know, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting. You know, if you find that good person, like a lot of times we wait, well, it's not the right time. it's never going to be like the right time. I would say go for it more. I wish I would have told someone told me just go for it. I probably have overlooked a good candidate before.
Why is that though?
Me thinking the timing thing, maybe prioritizing career. You know, I definitely was always like work. I never thought I had enough cushion built up to like relax and take my foot off the gas and start a family.
And then did that just go on and on and on, and then you be 100 years old
still working?
Remind me to feel bad for Claudia Jordan. A little bit busy right now.
These blacks.
So Umar Johnson had a few interesting words about the Williams sisters both marrying interracially.
Williams getting married to a white man. She from Compton, right? If I'm not mistaken.
She's from Compton. She's marrying a white man, like her sister. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very tactful, Art, because I know what Venus and Serena had to go through. And let's also remember, Venus was out there first. She paved the way for Serena. A lot of people forget that. Even though Serena is the greatest tennis player of all time, even though she's starting to get some competition with Coco Gauff and some of these others, shout out to them and the racism that they have to deal with every day. But remember, Art, white people were calling Venus and Serena monkeys, apes, animals. They were not put out the tennis matches. Remember, there were white people asking for Serena Williams to be tested to make sure she was not a man. They were calling her a transgender, Art, on the field, bro. So imagine, and I don't know what their self-esteem was like before they started playing tennis. Think about that. Their father was a strong black man. But we don't know what their self-esteem was like before that. We don't know who else influenced them. So you got these two young black women, trailblazers, kicking ass all over the tennis world, being disrespected about their hair, their body, their beautiful chocolate skin, their lips, their nose, their buttocks. I love both of them sisters. I love them both, Art. It hurts my soul to see Serena Williams marry outside the race, but I know why she did it. She had been made to feel unattractive. Venus and Serena were the victims of psychological trauma at the hands of white America that Nicki Minaj loves so much, that she says she's so proud of. It was this America that did that to Venus and Serena. White people traumatized them two sisters, Art. And that's why, although I don't agree with Venus's recent decision,
white people traumatized Venus and Serena into getting a white man. That's apparently what happens when the white people traumatize you enough. You finally just, you break down and you jump on the white man's lap. It's like, damn it, make it stop. Make it stop. And the white man was like, get on my lap and I'll make it stop.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please.
Marry a white man. I don't agree with Serena's decision to marry a white man. At the end of the day, Art, these two women went into a hostile, white-dominated sport and took it over, and white people never forgave them for it. And in doing that for us, this is how I look at it, Art. And Venus and Serena sacrificing their childhood and their adulthood.
They did that for us, y'all. Because Venus and Serena sacrificed their childhood and adulthood so the black community could have tennis glory. They are now owed white men. They have earned themselves as many white men as they can manage.
Childhood and their adulthood. And Venus and Serena sacrificing their childhood and their adulthood to show black girls what was possible on the tennis court. The collateral damage was their self-hate. And in order to rescue their self-esteem, they married outside the race because neither one of them wanted their children to look like them. And they didn't want their children to look like them because they didn't want their children to be subject to the same type of ridicule and hurt that they suffered. I'm not giving an excuse.
You're just giving an explanation? Is that what that is? I'm not excusing. I'm just explaining.
Because it's unacceptable. But I am giving a psychological explanation for Venus and Serena's behavior. If I saw them walking down the street, Art, I give them both a hug because I love what they did for Black girls and Black women. I love.
Because she a victim. Look at that one right there. That's Venus right there. Serena Ben had a white man. Now Venus got her a white man. They got a matching pair now. She a victim, clearly.
Love them sisters. I would hug them if I saw them tomorrow, but I would still tell them, I'm still disappointed at you for bunny hopping. No ice, no rice, no spice, no sand, and no salsa.
I thought he said the Latinos was Black too. I'm confused now.
But I want to address this simping allegation. Do I simp for Black women? Yes. I love Black women. I don't like y'all niggas. This is an easy decision to make. Sorry.
Give me the money. Give me the money for I was you. Give me the money.
Tell me why social media had me thinking that I really needed a white man. Social media culture and society really was trying to convince me that I needed a white man because if I wanted somebody to be soft-spoken and kind to me and generous and love my natural hair and love my skin and embrace, like for me, I'm the type of person where I need the softest man known to all the galaxies. And if I wanted that, it has to be a white man.
Like if you were to just go and scroll online, like just brainlessly, you're going to get that message. Twirler and interracial relationships are big business. And so like I can just think even anecdotally in my own page and see that there's a difference in either interest or a difference in the amount of attention the algorithm pays interracial relationship content. First of all we have to do is look at the voting patterns and remind ourselves that Black men are the most feminist. Put another way, Black men are the most liberal. Put another
You niggas are the most feminine men that women will typically deal with. You know, Shay Sade, she trying to get on you niggas' good side and shit. And she on my good side too. No, don't get me wrong, but that's really what she's trying to say, but she's too polite to say that to you guys. I have no such concern. You niggas be weak, feminine, misguided, miseducated. You vote like you're women. You Black men uniquely among all men vote like they're women.
The amount of attention the algorithm pays interracial relationship content. First of all we have to do is look at the voting patterns and remind ourselves that Black men are the most feminist. Put another way, Black men are the most liberal. Put another way, Black men are definitely like the most, which you would put easygoing, non-patriarchal, I say that in quotes, men out there. Like you're not gonna find men who are more accommodating than Black men. You're not.
Easygoing and non-patriarchal. In other words, do Black men really want to lead? I mean, if as a collective, if you have the reputation of being easygoing and non-patriarchal, it kind of makes me wonder, well, how much do you really want to lead? Do you really want to be the captain now? Because there's a lot of people who, they just show up to America randomly, like they can barely speak the language, but they're just here. I'm the captain now. Do you niggas really want to be the captain?
Black men are okay with plus size women. They celebrate plus size women. Black men are okay being stepdads by and large. Black men actually support policies by and large that actually help Black women. We saw this with the last election. So it's like, you're not going to find any more kind of like liberal man that she's describing than Black men, which is why it is so insane that these characters.
You niggas are the most liberal of all men. And liberal low-key codes is gay, which means you niggas are the gayest of all men. I'm not saying that. Shay Sade is saying that. I'm merely commenting on the things that she's saying.
So it's like you're not gonna find any more kind of like liberal men that she's describing than black men, which is why it is so insane that these characteristics are always ascribed to white men who are the most unlike that, like who are the most actual patriarchal in that sense, or who are the most conservative, who are the least politically aligned to black women. At the end of the day, since Loving versus Virginia, the interracial marriage rate between black women and white men has barely budged. I mean, not in a significant way. Last I checked, less than 1% of white men in America who are married have a black wife. Black women are the most likely to find success in marriage with black men. It's just true, like statistically. Black women in America are 80 times more likely to marry black women more than any other race of men. Your best option is black men, just statistically.
So yeah, one of my good friends, yeah, he's getting a divorce. You want to know what happened? Let me tell you. So she was complaining, saying, you're not spending enough time with me. You're not spending enough time with our newborn. Like, you're always working too much. He said, well, you said you want me to pay all of the bills and you want me to take care of everything in the house, the groceries, everything, your car insurance, your car note, everything. So I had to do Uber Eats. I had to do Uber on the side. Like, I don't have enough time to spend time with you guys because I am trying to cover all of the bills.
Damn. And then when you do try to lead, you get punished for leadership. Black men don't want to lead. Black women don't want to follow. What are we to do?
One of my good friends, yeah, he's getting a divorce. You want to know what happened? Let me tell you. So she was complaining, saying, you're not spending enough time with me. You're not spending enough time with our newborn. Like, you're always working too much. He said, well, you said you want me to pay all of the bills and you want me to take care of everything in the house, the groceries, everything, your car insurance, your car note, everything. So I had to do Uber Eats. I had to do Uber on the side. Like, I don't have enough time to spend time with you guys because I am trying to cover all the bills. She said, you are so inconsiderate. You don't even understand how I feel. Like, all I want you to do is spend time with me. I'm your wife, and spend time with your child. Like, we're a family. And he said, okay, you know what? I'm going to cut down on the hours I'm working, doing Uber and stuff like that. I'm going to take off more. Why did this man's wife say, hey, can you send me like $600? I'm going to go to Marshall's, TJ Maxx, get a couple things. And like, I also want to get like my hair done, my nails done. He said, I'm sorry, babe. You know, I've been, trying to cut back on the hours. I don't have that. He said, no, babe, you said for me to spend more time with you guys. So like, I'm not working, so I don't have the luxury to send you all that money that I used to send you. And she was just like, I'm done. I can't be with a broke man. I'm so done. And now she's taking half of everything. So when your man works a lot and provides for everything, it's not enough. You want him to spend time with you. Okay, so he cuts his work hours down and spends time with you. And now he can't give you the same luxuries as before. And now he's a broke bum. Broke ass bitch, when did you get up and say, hey, I'm gonna make my own money? Sometimes I'll be having a bad day and I'll realize, hold on, a lot of men are going through this right now. I'm literally okay. My problems is not that bad.
I ended my engagement and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace, and I'm ready for what's next in the new year. I ended my engagement, and today
In 2025, otherwise happily married women do divorce blogs because why not? Why not blog my divorce from my happy marriage? Why not blog my exit from a happy marriage? You know, it's 2025. That's what we do now.
I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build.
You know, I've been hearing lately, guys should avoid dating influencers, man. Online women are perpetually for the streets. That's what I've been hearing.
I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people assume and start rumors. Ending my engagement was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to like break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. And at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work.
Look at her. Doesn't she look like a trier? I don't know about you guys, but I believe her. I believe she tried with all of her heart and soul. Look at that big giant ring. I believe she tried with all of her heart and soul to carry that heavy ass ring out of the door all by herself. And it's hard. Sometimes it gets so hard. Try to lift all those carrots and move on with your life as a strong Black woman. It's just hard.
Eventually, trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. Now, the moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
That's her truth. Doesn't she look like a strong Black woman? Embracing her new uncertain destiny in a world that wasn't built for her? Tune in for more of her truth.
Rent, you're willing to pay all your rent. Y'all, I would rather work 2 jobs if I have to than be in a relationship with someone who I have to go 50-50 with. That's what y'all don't understand. I've worked 2 jobs. I work every day. I don't care.
She would rather work 2 jobs than go 50-50. I'm gonna run this by my my accountant, you know, my money guy. Gonna see if the numbers add up. I'm gonna pass this video along to my money guy. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
How do it equivalate?
That's exactly what I'm gonna ask my accountant. How does this equivalate?
Rent, you're willing to pay all your rent. Y'all, I would rather work 2 jobs if I have to than be in a relationship with someone who I have to go 50-50 with. That's what y'all don't understand. I've worked 2 jobs. I work every day. I don't care. I date you. You are responsible for my expenses. Point.
Who told you that? Who told you these things?
Every day. I don't care. I date you. You are responsible for my expenses. Point blank period. Especially if you say you're conservative. If I'm getting someone who tells me they're
Oh no, don't try to pull the politic card on me. Listen, Listen, I will put you in a Christian burqa. If you really want to pull my conservative card, I'm going to have to throw you in a Christian burqa. Yeah, we used to do that. That's how nuns roll.
Conservative, I'm expecting you to pay for everything. And this is what I'm expecting. So rent, you're willing to pay all your rent, y'all. I would rather work 2.
Bruh. They want it all. They want it all. Oh man. I got to give you this last video before we get to the thing I wanted to talk about. Gonna do some pontificating in a minute. I got to do some pontificating. I'm about to do some intellectual equivalating.
How do it equivalate?
But before we get to that, hit that like button, y'all. Throw $1 in the hat for the upcoming pontification.
You having sex with a whole fucking faggy. I don't mean like that, but you said you are a she. You said your pronoun was she, right? When I asked you what your fucking pronoun was, you said she, didn't you? When I asked you what your fucking pronoun was, you said she, didn't you? Didn't you, Devin?
Excuse me, Devin. I know you are not cheating on this woman. I mean, I know you are not stealing this woman's woman, Devin. Devin, you got some explaining to do, Devin.
And well, guys, if I could still show you around, here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
Wow. So gay.
Devin is breaking up a happy lesbian couple. I don't know who I should feel bad for. Like, clearly Devin is going through things in life. Devin is clearly struggling with things in life, but he's still getting them cheeks. He getting like ugly lesbian cheeks, but he's getting cheeks. And he just broke up a happy lesbian home. And I don't know who to feel bad for.
You said your pronoun was shit.
Who fuck what?
And then you done fucked her, right?
You fuck me?
Y'all was finger popping. Y'all smell like sex.
You fucking dumb.
It smell nasty in there. Y'all nasty. Just nasty. Just nasty. Why you got to be nasty?
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
I'm afraid to let the rest of this play because I didn't actually preview this whole clip. And I'm afraid this is going to go places where no man on YouTube has gone before. So we're going to pull out now. Hashtag pull out conservative. All right, we're pulling out. We are pulling out. All right. Pull out game is amazing. Lethal shooter with the pull out game. I understand it now. I don't think I need to go any deeper than that. I don't think I need to go any deeper than that. Pull out game is lethal. Pull out game strong. I feel like they're going places that YouTube don't want us to go. She already dropped a couple of heavy bombs on Devin. Devin's just standing there with his little man titties looking all afraid. Devin looking like a deer in headlights and shit. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. I had to pull out. We had to pull out. Yeah, I definitely had to pull out. I'm glad I pulled out. I'm glad I pulled out. Oh my God. I just watched the next few seconds. I'm so glad. I have never been more satisfied about a pullout in my life. I feel like I need to stand back and look at my work. I pulled out of that one right on time. Oh my God. Oh my God. I pulled out of that one at the perfect timing. I need to stand back and look at my work. God damn, it was getting crazy up in there. It was getting crazy up in there. Devin was looking crazy. The room was stinking. She was nasty and drunk. It was all bad. It was all bad. My real life gut was telling me, hey, you've been around this before. You know it doesn't clean itself up. You've been around this type of mess before. It does not clean itself up. And I was right. It did not clean itself up. It only got dirtier. It was nasty, y'all. It was nasty, y'all. But this is what I'm gonna do. You guys can figure it out on your own. All right? You guys can figure it out on your own. Devin was getting them cheeks, though. It's, oh, my God. Listen. I don't know. I don't know what the women's be into. You know, I don't really understand the mind of the modern woman as thoroughly as I would like to. Every now and then, I stumble into a dark corner of the modern female mind, and I just be like, amazing work. Unbelievable, amazing work. You know, the other day, I did a show about the male hyena. And I drew some comparisons between the male hyena and the black male. Because, you know, the matriarchy is like a universal phenomenon. A lot of the trends just tend to overlap with one another. And so here I am after doing this groundbreaking study on the black male hyena. Shout out to Cafe Es Bueno, gifting church memberships. Welcome to the church.
Get it again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
But as I was saying, I was doing this groundbreaking work on black male hyenas yesterday. And then recently I came across this video. And it felt very hyena-like to me.
You okay, son? You hurt your back?
Something. I'm hurt real bad. Ouch.
Get up.
I'm trying.
Drink some water.
She said, drink some water.
Yeah. Drink some water.
Will you marry me?
Sure. Now, come on, get up. Let us smoke.
Oh, congratulations. You got to put it on her hand, son.
I'll put it on for me.
I know. I'm like, damn, you going fast.
So young man here, in the eyes of his grand queen matriarch, is proposing to his young tomboyish girlfriend. She's very nonchalant about it, but you know, whatevs.
That was too cute. I knew what he was doing. I thought your leg was really hurting. You got on my nerves. You know what?
Okay.
You got to put it on. And
They both have the same bop. It's weird. As a woman, I don't know. Should a woman have the same bop as her man?
You know what?
Okay.
you got to put it on. And you got to put it on her right. I mean, her left hand.
Her left hand.
Oh, what was that?
I mean, her left hand.
You could have got my nails done. Bop twins unite in holy matrimony. Crazy work. The Bop twins are united in holy matrimony, guys. Like the video. Shout out to the Bop twins. Who said niggas don't be falling in love, bro? I don't know about y'all, but we believe in black love over here, y'all. We believe in the power of black love over here. The Bop twins are going to be together until Big Mama move on. Shout out to the Bop twins, y'all.
She's a whore! She's a whore! And I love it. But I have no man and no one to be a whore for.
Really hurting. You got on my nerves. You know what?
Okay.
You gotta put it on. And you gotta put it on her right. I mean her left hand.
Her left hand. This one, this one,
That's on my right. Too late. We can do it.
Oh, she said yes. Let me see, boo.
When the grand matriarch hyena passes her young male hyena off to the future matriarch, we actually witnessed the ceremony, very, very rarely captured on video. You typically have to like camp out in the bush for like 18 weeks during the monsoon, the rainy season, to get this type of footage. It looks like Chuck and Larry getting married. It does look like Chuck and Larry getting married, though. No bullshit. They dress alike. They walk alike.
Should have told me to do my nails.
Oh.
She just gave him a very weird look at the end.
My nails.
Oh.
Now, I gotta be honest. Right? I have proposed to at least one hyena in my life, and even she didn't look at me like that until much, much later. That was a very strange look to get. Like, the ring hasn't even been on for an entire 60 seconds yet, and you're already plotting his death. You're already working out the nature of his sacrifice. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. Shout out to the Hyena Clan, though. That's rare footage, though. I'm telling you, that is rare footage, man. That's some, like, David Attenborough type of, award-winning hyena footage right there. That's up there with Jane Goodall and the chimpanzees and whatnot. You don't often get footage like that. But now this is the video that kind of made me think about the entire show we're doing today. Clearly we're in the second half of a doubleheader. We are in the second act. I've been thinking about this idea for a day or two now. Black men don't actually want to lead. And then maybe it's because of, but this is also a parallel secondary issue. Black women also don't want to follow. Black men don't want to lead, and Black women don't want to follow. I've been thinking a little bit about this concept for a minute here. We're going to get into that. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit that like button. Throw $1 in the hat. We are getting into the actual meat and potatoes of the show. Support the show. Thank you so much for coming out. Like the video, y'all.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
Give me the money. Give me the money for I was you. Give me the money.
Thanks for coming out. Let the pontificating begin. How many of y'all actually want to lead? How many of y'all actually want to lead? Real question. Real question.
Who you choosing? A or B? Who I'm choosing? A or B? Who you choosing? A or B? 25-year-old, no kids, submissive, GD, make 50 an hour. 35-year-old, 2 kids, 2 degrees, make 6 figures. Oh. Yeah, who you picking? Oh. Hey, that's kind of hard. I think I'm going 35. 35? Why is that? I can learn.
Wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait for it. I want you to roll this over in your mind. The choice is before you, right? And shout out to the Home Depot girl that went viral not too long ago.
Who you choosing? A or B? Who I'm choosing? A or B? Who you choosing? A or B? 25-year-old, no kids, submissive, GD, make 50 an hour.
25, no kids, submissive, GED. She only makes lunch money.
35-year-old, 2 kids, 2 degrees, make 6 figures.
A 35-year-old with degrees, 2 children, but 6-figure income. Choose your path, young man.
Oh. Yeah, who you picking? Oh. Hey, that's kind of hard. I think I'm going 35. 35? Why is that? I can learn from her. I got you. I can change my life. Like, I can upgrade. She can teach me some things.
I can upgrade. She can teach me some things. Hey, Matrix Media, I actually was going to bring that up next. I kind of wanted to get to this point, but yeah, I am going to say a couple of words about that. Not that I care that much, but, you know, since you're all buzzing about it. But anyway, 35-year-old, it's crazy work. How many niggas actually want to lead? I came across this video the other day, and, you know, it got me to thinking. Because, you know, I've had a couple of moments on the panel. You know me, I travel the Chitlin circuit. I keep my ear to the Negro street. And the spirit of equality runs rampant in the community.
Who you choosing? A or B? Who I'm choosing? A or B? Who you choosing? A or B? 25-year-old, no kids, submissive, GD, make 50 an hour. 35-year-old, 2 kids, 2 degrees, make 6 figures. Oh. Yeah, who you picking? Oh. Hey, that's kind of hard. I think I'm going 35. 35? Why is that? I can learn from her. I got you. I can change my life. Like, I can upgrade. She can teach me some things. Hey, I respect that, man. Possibly get a degree.
See, I can possibly get a degree. She gonna save me. She gonna save him, and he want to be saved. Maybe there is a large amount of men who want to be saved. Maybe there are a large amount of men who need to be saved. And maybe that also explains a lot of the weird, lopsided, endearing the endearment Black men have toward Black women. It's a one-sided engagement. Black women do not express, nor do they actually feel anywhere near the loyalty for Black men that Black women have, that Black men have for Black women, rather. And I wonder if this has a lot to do with it. I wonder if it's really because, you know, maybe a lot of these dudes, they actually want to be saved by a woman who's winning.
But I want to address this simping allegation. Do I simp for Black women? Yes. I love Black women. I don't like y'all niggas. This is an easy decision to make. Sorry.
Go save him. The nigga need to be saved. Go save him. That nigga wanna be saved. Go save him. That nigga need to be saved. Go save him. That nigga wanna be saved.
Why not choice A? Choice A, I think, is more of a stereotype of way of thinking. Okay. You would have to teach them, be more of a leader.
You would have to teach her, be more of a leader. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. You would have to teach her and lead her. Oh no. Yeah, shout out to Trust. Is that Toya, by the way? Is that Toya in the chat? She said, hyenas mount up.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Go save him. That nigga wanna be saved. Go save him. That nigga need to be saved. Go save him.
Provider.
You want someone you can build with.
Really, yeah.
Right.
Someone I can build with, I can learn from.
Got you. I feel you. So you can grow.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect that, man.
Sometimes the women may be better than a man. I ain't got
feel
no
you.
problem learning from my woman.
Hey, I respect.
Bruh. I wish this wasn't the first. I wish this was the first time I've come across that sentiment. And I can't help but wonder, like, how real is that idea, that feeling that black men feel equal to their woman and you know, in fact would like to be, you know, saved. You know, maybe she can help me. Maybe she can make me a great man, the man that I could never be. You know, that type of shit. The more I think about it, the more I kind of I can't help but to get stuck on this idea of one, all right, it's a twofold issue. It's a twofold issue in that a lot of the black women are kind of repulsed by black male leadership. So this is not to say that there are no black men who want to actually lead, right? The men who want to be leaders, they're going to have a rough time in the community trying to lead one of these wayward donkeys. And the women, again, a lot more often than not, they appear to buck the actual leadership that they say they want. You see it all the time in panels, and you know the numbers play out in that way. Obviously, the women are leaving; they're getting away from something, right? And when it comes to the men, now this is a little bit more complex, maybe, but I think so because the women are so difficult. There's a commonality in the women, but there's a little bit of a diversity with the men. I think there's two phenomena. All right, one, like I said, the men who have the leadership, they're going to get a rough time. So that leaves a lot more of other men who don't necessarily have nor desire to be leaders. And this would be like your hobosexuals, your Pookie or Ray Ray. A lot of the dudes that are, quote, him, you know, because if I'm him, you know, I don't necessarily need to be trying to guide this bitch. I'm just smashing and dashing or whatever, you know. She be trying to lead me for real. That's what the part of him is. She trying to lead him to her. But in the grand scheme of it, I think what's happening is that, and one, again, there's definitely a skill issue, perhaps. But I think a lot of the women are sort of attracted to a lower competency in the men. Because all right, what's the female equivalent of the him, right? She thinks she's, quote, her. And if she's her, she can't be led even by him. Yet the him is the most like attractive in one way or another for her. So she's drawn to him, and that's going to be a clash. And so on the other hand, the hims either don't have the desire to actually lead, or which is more often than not, I think they don't have the competency to actually lead. And what does that mean? What is the competency? What does the competency part actually mean? As best I can think of it, so money is one thing. Money is typically the main thing that people will look to, but even beyond money is a little bit of a given almost, and it's not even the thing ultimately. It's not just the money. It's more of an organizational vision, maybe. Like you have an idea, you have a picture in your mind of how things need to be. the way things should be. You know, you have a vision of the optimal mode, and you do whatever you can to bend things into that direction of, you know, the optimal mode. You want things to run as smoothly and as efficiently as possible, right? And I think, like I said, for the women, the hers, they'll conflict with that, because on the one hand, that she may have her own this, that, and the third. She may have her own money and own accolades. She may have her own position in life secure, you know, the children or whatever is going on for her, you know, Section 8 popping, whatever. She may have things in her life that she can anchor herself to and not have to submit herself to your vision. But do you have a vision? Do you have the ability to implement a vision? Is it a practical vision? Is it a beneficiary vision that both people will benefit from? You know, do you just want to fuck bitches and get money forever, and you need a good woman at home to keep your clothes clean while you're out there doing your thing? Like, these are actual issues. You know, these are the competencies of male leadership, right? What is your plan, nigga? And I do think there is maybe a problem in that. A lot of the hymns, whoever he may be, they don't have a vision. They don't have a plan, you know. They have a dick and a smile. They have game. They have game. And game feels good. Game sounds good. Nigga pop the Tic Tac. Game even smells good. Hymthologizing is a crazy word. Oh my God. Hymthologizing is a crazy... Only a woman could come up with hymthologizing, because that's what women fall victim to, right? Is that not what women fall victim to? Hymthologizing. I'm him. I do this. I've done that. Sit on this dick and we'll go on a magic carpet ride. You know, that is the hymthology, right? It's a very interesting point. Hymthologizing, but that's, you know, that's what game is ultimately, right? It's hymthologizing. Remember I played that video the other day when we talked about game being illegal, and it was like this one like pimp, and he walked up to this girl on the street. She was quote unquote a prostitute, but really she was undercover, and he was spitting game to the prostitute. He was hymthologizing her. And then he went to jail because, you know, he hymthologized too hard. And that's honestly, that's really what women want. Women want actual game to be illegal. If she falls victim to your hymthology and it all goes badly, they would love it if you wound up in jail. That's what child support and all that. That's what family court ultimately boils down to. The hymthologizing went wrong, and now you have to pay. My man Fish says, I got my wife by hymthologizing. But now that's the other that's the other side of the hymthologizing, right? And this is the other thing about being him. And this is now here's the thing. As a husband, and this is what they don't tell you about being a husband, right? There are some definitively unhim things you do for your wife, because she's your wife and you love her. Definitively unhim. Isn't that ironic, bro? Is that not the irony? Is that not the truth? Because I started out as him, and this is the weird interplay between men and women. You know, you started out as him, but now you love her, and now you slowly become unhim, and the two become this weird one thing. It's like a blob where the male and female don't know where they end and begin necessarily. You have to literally become one, and it's weird because you're not him if the two become one. But the hymthology is powerful. It's powerful work, isn't it? But again, and this is another thing I mean by, you know, becoming him. Benifer is crazy, right? Remember Hollywood kept doing that to us? You go from him to they. Wicked, bruv. You go from him to they. It's heavy shit, isn't it?
Nigga, please. Serious.
But the thing about being him, and in the most honest sense, like I said, because you know, Fix, you talking about your wife, and I'm trying to flesh this out as honestly as I can envision it, right? The actual thing, the work of maintaining it all, and this is what I mean about the competency part, right? There is a level of competency that goes into it. You know, look, my man Fish says I have 4 daughters, so I'm definitely no longer him. And shout out to that, bro. Shout out to having 4 daughters. You know, you sacrifice him for 4 daughters. It's a fair deal. It's a fair deal.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
But I think it goes without saying, though, that the management of a woman and the 4 daughters, and maybe you got even a son in there too somewhere, who knows, but a woman plus 4 daughters, the himness of it all, the competency rather required to maintain the himness of it all, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. And this brings me back to my original hypothesis, you know. Black men don't want to lead and Black women don't want to follow, you know. If he's him and she's her and they're both on some fuck shit, you know, what happens after that? Like, it's only when you stop being him and she stops being her that you know, the two become one. You become they. Whatever that means. You become they, right? But do you really want to do that? And you know, that when I think about it, when I hear a lot of people talk, when I really listen to people on panels, you know, shout out to the Chitlin Circuit, you know, what I'm hearing is that, you know, he wants to be him and she wants to be her, and they can never actually be one. It's all quite unfortunate, really. It is. But, you know, if you came here for hope, you are clearly in the wrong place. You're sadly mistaken.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn, I'm not. All right.
But no, that's really kind of just some thoughts I've been having about the whole thing. You know what? Because I do have a little bit more time to kill, I'm going to throw the link in the chat. Support the panel, y'all. Support the panel. Consider the tax paid already, because we ain't got much time left anyway. But I'm going to throw the link in the chat just in case somebody wanted to come up and do a little extra pontificating. But that is my general hypothesis. Generally speaking, Black men don't want to lead, and generally speaking, Black women don't want to follow, you know. And shout out to the random acts of Black love that got us here, you know. Some of us wouldn't even be here right now if it weren't for a few random acts of Black love, you know. It is what it is. Felontavious, that is a glorious name, my brother. That is a glorious name. Are you from the Bronx? You gotta be from the Bronx or like Brownsville or something like that. My man Felontavious, he says, testosterone than the men. Well, you actually, if you were familiar with yesterday's deep dive into hyena culture, this is a relative truth. I wouldn't say that the black female has more testosterone than the black male, generally speaking. I think both have a slightly high testosterone across the board, but the black woman's is much closer to the black men's. Like they have comparative testosterone. And this is why a lot of the women are in fact bigger than the men they date. It's a phenomenon I've seen many, many times. Bandit, what's going on? Welcome to the show, Bandit.
What's going on? How you doing?
My head is heavy with dark knowledge.
Yeah. This whole himception, him whatever is kind of funny. I do find it interesting, or more sad, I should say, that you would rather give up your autonomy to be raised by quote unquote a mom figure for the rest of your life. Like, is it true you're just looking for a mom figure? Like,
I think there's a truth in that. I do think there is some truth in that. I mean, obviously it's a very Oedipal type of thing, but
I'm thinking like it's either the Oedipus complex or going like Stockholm syndrome. It's like one of the two. I mean,
well, why not both? We have two hands. We are ambidextrous.
Yeah, it's possible. It's just crazy. It's sad more than anything else. I mean, how do you even recover from this? That's where my head's at.
War. I think the thing is though, like I was playing that video from Shay Sade earlier, and she made a point of highlighting how black men are more politically aligned to black women than any other group of men. And I think that's a big indicator of an issue. I'm not going to say the problem, but a problem, in that the male vision should never be like totally in line with the female vision. Like, you know, because again, just generally speaking, obviously I had the whole bit about two become one. We'll put that aside because that's marriage. You have to get to that point. But as a general rule, the men are not supposed to dream like the women.
Well, the thing is, let's think about this. If you're supposed to lead, it's your vision, it's your dream.
Yep.
That's the whole thing. Like, you can't lead and not be the visionary. And if you're the visionary, that means you need to have a supportive role. Like, you can't have two people on the steering wheel. Otherwise, you're going to crash. Like, it doesn't work like that. Someone's got to lead, and someone's got to take their vision and make the other person's vision work. You can't have like two opposing visions.
This is the thing. Well, you don't have two opposing visions, but this is another thing about the opposing visions and why this whole black gender war thing is like, it's a pertinent issue that the men must win. Like, the men must win the gender war because women can't be with men they've defeated in any meaningful sense. It's not functional or productive, really. But I think really the men must have a vision that is radically different from the women's.
Well, the thing is, where has the last 120 years been? It's basically since like the start of feminism. It's been the women's dream. And what has it got us? Absolutely nowhere.
Mr. O, you want to jump in here?
Oh, it made us more broke, and now you know, what's that place called? Morgan Stanley, whatever that thing is, came out with that report. 2030 is gonna be a whole bunch of these so-called strong and independent, didn't need no man. There's gonna be a whole bunch of them that's gonna be on the streets, and probably in one of these so-called insane asylums. They coming back. They about to come back. They just can't hold a lot no more. They just can't. The reason why men, especially us black men, do not want to go ahead and lead any woman, but since we talking about black love, we're gonna talk about the black woman. We don't want to go ahead and try to lead an unstable betrayer creature that sabotages everything. You just can't lead that. You can't. So we washing our hands, we getting our passports, and we about to go ahead and travel the four corners of the earth and set up new nations over there. I mean, we make nations, we make communities, so we just gonna do what we supposed been doing ever since we left that damn plantation.
The one thing I just don't understand, I can never get my head wrapped around it. Women are creating the men that they despise, that they would never marry. So the moms are creating the generation of men that they would never marry if that person had that same values, because of a fear of not being in charge or being bullied by their sons. It's creating the culture that they would never marry, which is creating them to hate men because they can't find the man that of their dreams, because they're creating effeminate men, which like death spirals into where we are today. So whose fault is this? Is it the men that are, rather date an older woman because she has money, or is it the women's fault for raising a son that would actually think that that's going to get you the best results?
Is it the chicken or is it the egg?
Yes, that's my question. Yes, exactly.
I was thinking about something when you were just talking, Mr. O. You reminded me of a conversation I was having, and I played some of this for you guys. I was over on Drip's channel, and it was a conversation with a Chocolate Bunny, and we were talking about dick and emotions, really. And basically, she was describing. I laid out a scenario in which, like, the modern woman has the majority of her material needs met. She doesn't really feel as though she needs a man for a family.
Of course, that's right.
And so what I laid to her is that what the proposition that you're really offering a quote husband or boyfriend or any real long-term committed lover is essentially dick and emotions, right? That's his role in your life, is to offer dick and make you feel good about all your life choices and things that may come up, right? And of course, she didn't really like that I put it to her that way, but it's really the problem is, and to tie it back to what we're talking about now, it's like you're offering the man a role devoid of any like leadership or authority or whatever. It's just he's there to love you physically and emotionally, and then that's he should be like internally content with that, right? Which brings me to, you guys wanted to talk about this, so god damn it, we got to do this now. Kai Cenat and his young girlfriend. And I wonder, I mean, maybe, she is who she is, so it was going to be cooked from the start. But
yep,
the way she talks, it reminds me of what I was hearing from Chocolate Bunny.
Now it's easier for me to just get through life alone. I'm just going to get you a new purse. I'm just not going to get you a new this. I'm just going to get you a new that. And it's like, yeah, like that stuff would be cool because it's like, okay, now like I got it. But it's like, no, I just really wanted somebody that was there to just listen and just, somebody I could open up to. Now it's easier for me to just get through life alone. I'm just going to get you a new purse.
See, she apparently is good on all the trinkets and toys of life, because she's at a level where she's surrounded by a certain level of luxury. So she's kind of quote unquote good on that, which is, chicks lie anyway, but that's not what I want to say. Hold on. The point I wanted to make is that she is now spinning the dick and emotions lie. And the problem with the dick and emotions lie is that you can get attached to dick and emotions from any man. And it's an inherently weak position, but I'll rest right there. That's why Kai Cenat is looking all unhappy, because he can no longer give her dick and emotions, and he feels like he did something wrong.
And that's his fault, because he didn't acknowledge that he was him. See, he got to learn the course of himology, and himology, once you get a certain amount of status, some type of celebrity, we know he getting paid. We know he getting heavily paid. He was supposed to be like Nino, you know what I'm saying, in that fine scene in New Jack City, and just cancel that bitch. I mean, what else can I say? She wanted a fucking pink G-Wagon hood.
Hey man, somebody else can buy her a car, and now he can give her dick and emotions until she wants something else.
He was in love though, hood. You see that look in his eye. He was in love, hood. He's in love with this modern knockoff of Kim K Kardashian, whatever she's trying to portray. They all look alike. You know what I'm saying?
You a ratchet when your girlfriend's mom start going crazy about you.
I have done nothing but be there for Gabrielle. I don't know who she is. This girl came in my house recently. couple months ago. My friends was over. We was here. I cooked. We had wine or whatever.
Give me a break.
I don't know how we got on the subject of the internet. Gabrielle looked at me in front of my friends and told me, I think we need to keep our relationship off the internet. So all of y'all who in my messages saying you ain't post us and since this and this and that, our relationship off the internet. Then she follows up with, oh yeah, and Kai said, yeah, Mr. Kai Sanat said, told my daughter, my baby, that he did his research on me. He did his research on me and her best friend. Now, who her best friend is, y'all, I really don't know. I know Gabrielle friends, but who the best friend is, I don't know. But best friend, he said, you too. He said that he told my baby that if she hung out with me or her best friend, and he did his background on us, she hung out with us. It's so hard to even fucking say that.
You knew your girlfriend came from a thought family. Proceed with caution, bro.
Dude, I can't. With the fire alarm, I just can't. I can't.
I mean, thought genetics and the smoke detector in the background. I mean,
bird.
How many more red flags do you need? You had confirmation on thought genetics, and I know you heard the smoke detector when you was over there.
I was about to lose my freaking mind.
So she basically displaying them bodacious tatas with the crucifix right there in the middle, and got a ceiling bird going off in the background.
Those chesticles belong to Jesus. Okay, those are Jesus's chesticles.
They were the world's, but now they belong to Jesus.
Now they belong to Jesus.
Until she was 32. When she was 32, it was the world's, and then when she hit 32, I'm only for Jesus now.
Hey, look, man, ain't no fun unless the disciples could get some.
Oh, God.
Freeman's Journal, what up, man? I heard you in there and trying to get a second ago. What's going on, man?
Everything good. Everything good. It's this unending communita pathology to try to not get married, but not do non-traditional things, but somehow try to pretend you're going to get traditional outcomes, right? Just do anything in the world except the traditional thing. And some either try to equate it to or say you can have traditional outcomes without traditional behavior. It's like, no, this is what you're going to get. You know, I mean, if this is what being him is, I'll be not him.
You know, who's him? Mendici. Mendici is him. See, I did a live stream last night going into that subject. Mendici had one, Mendici dude from Love and Hip Hop, him and Yandy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know who that is, but
no clue.
They basically had not one but two marriage ceremonies, but was not legally married. And she was happy with just that up until recently. Now they ain't got to deal with the legal system. They ain't got to deal with the courts. You know what I'm saying? So she saved Mendici from divorce hell. That's the woman that loves you, gentlemen.
I never thought of that, man. Every time, like, you with your girl for a while, you know, she getting a little pouty, whatever, you know, you wonder, you know, it's a funk in a relationship, you know, you got to get fake married. You just got to get like play married or whatever, you know, spend some money, have a ceremony, have like, you know, and you know, like, it's not just the wedding, it's like the reception, because, you know, she want to dance, she want to do double Dutch and twerk in her wedding gown and all of that.
You got to be careful doing that, because then it's like, every single time you do it, you got to outdo the last time you did it. So it's like, you can get yourself in some serious hurt.
Well, your first one should always be at the courthouse just to keep the ball low.
Now you're getting onto the damn marriage contract. He didn't.
Right. Damn, I almost slipped up. See, I almost slipped up and fell in the casket. Damn, good. This is when you need the bros to bring you back from the edge sometime. I almost slipped up and fell right in.
Look, they are happy with the baby shower, the graduation, and the fake weddings. They don't really look. Only a fool, only a manipulative, calculative hen will try to make you sign that contract. If she tried to make you sign that marriage license, I mean, niggas knew this back in 1965. They knew this in 75, 85. They really should got the message in 95. They should have been updated on the message with the damn internet in 2005, 2015. Now, get the fuck up out of here. We in 2025. If you a man and you still want to go ahead and be married just for the sake of so-called marriage, just do it the so-called fake ceremony and leave that signature behind. Because if a woman tell you that you gotta sign that damn contract in 2025 and going forward in the future, she don't love you, homie.
Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. We were doing perfect today. Look, we're doing perfect. I want to
You
run
got
the rest of
that
this
ring
clip.
pop in your back pocket. That's the trick.
Ring pop is
So
crazy.
she
I
think-
remember my first ring pop. I still remember her to this day.
That her reputation would be ruined. I was just mind blown. Like, and then when I think about this, like over the past couple of days, like how's it not? All you do is sit down with women of different sorts, different kinds, you know, different backgrounds, different reputations. All you do is sit down with rappers with different reputations. You love a sit down, but you telling me you never even thought to sit down over a glass of water with me. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to fuck with me. I never gave a fuck. But what you won't do is turn my baby against me. You got so much to say about me, but you get on the internet and say, Gabrielle is this, Gabrielle's that, Gabrielle's God-fearing. That's from me, baby. Prayed up. I pray over that girl. I pray for her. I've been telling her to go to church. And she's been going the past couple, weeks? You've been with her, a year and a half now? That's her mama.
All that church ain't help. She went to church and then went to NBA Youngboy house, bro. How do you do that? How you go from church to NBA Youngboy house? And you know what's another thing? Didn't NBA Youngboy, wasn't he the one that said, you know, us rappers got to be better? How's NBA Youngboy trying to say us rappers got to be better? And you going to steal his young nigga girlfriend like that?
I mean, real niggas gonna slip up every now and again, hood. I mean, you know how the shit go.
That's called
it's wicked.
That's Timothy. I mean, NBA
Timothy
young
strikes
boy.
again?
Yep, he's Timothy Jimenez.
Timothy Jimenez. Timothy Jimenez is terrible. Oh my Lord. Well, Castanet says he's never ever gonna get a girlfriend again. Oh man. Damn, Duke Dennis, you got even Duke Dennis is in on it. You know, Duke Dennis, he be out here getting all the streamer girls, man. All the streamer girls love Duke. Let me see. I got this clip from Duke. Give me 1 second.
We was all in the club and we seen from across the club a nigga talking to my homeboy girl. Your girl ain't faithful. Nigga, I walked off. Listen though, I walk off, go to the bathroom, come back. Cause that shit hurt me. That shit hurt me right here, nigga. We was all in the
hurt me. Oh, you said that shit hurt me. Like, damn, that nigga loves you. What are you gonna do? Now Kai say he'll never be in another relationship again. Oh damn, even 6ix9ine is in on it. Everybody talking about your shit. This is the terrible part about public relationships. Everybody got to
NBA Youngboy.
Okay,
right?
but wait, I want
he left her.
Everybody got to join in your L when you go public.
He left her because she was fucking with NBA Youngboy.
Okay,
right?
but wait, I want to make this very clear.
I mean, as Kai, I would tell him like, yo, bro. First of all, like, and if I would speak to him if that was my boy, that bitch is hit. Like, that bitch is ugly as fuck. Like, you being at your level, like, you shouldn't even be with that bitch. So, like, my thing is like, nigga, come to Miami. There's fucking a whole bunch over here that you can obviously.
But also, can we?
It's crazy they actually bleeped that one word and not all the others. Wow.
Tess, can we agree on this? The moment you put your girl on camera, you blow her up, bro, she's not gonna be loyal to you.
Bro, put it like this: if you get money, there's a nigga who's getting more money.
Exactly.
If you think you fucking fire, there's a nigga more fire. Pause.
Damn, bro.
He's not
Damn.
wrong.
So hold on. But hold on. And all right, I'm trying to do the him math because there's math to being him. Even when you're him, is there always a guy that's more him than even you're him?
Yeah, that's Jordanomics. Remember, we talked about this. It comes full circle.
Damn, there's always a him bigger than him.
Yeah, that's with two eyes.
So there's him, and then there's a him.
Exactly.
And then when you get to that higher level, like Russian billionaire stuff with a 50-foot yacht, you're him. Oh wow.
No, you become her.
Oh shit. Oh man, I'm trying to learn. I am trying to learn. The himness of it all is just a lot to bear. Big bank, take little bank, huh? It's just hymns all the way down. It's terrible. It's just really terrible. How are people supposed to make it work in a world of hymns and hers?
That's why we have it. I don't know.
So you have to own a country. Damn. That's actually, I think that's what black women want from black men, because white men own countries. If you don't got your own country like a white man country, like, have you really defeated white supremacy? Can you really say you're him?
Why do you think Elon's taking over space?
Is Stephon Diggs him?
I don't know. You know what I think, Freeman's Journal? We gotta invade Haiti. Black America gotta take Haiti. And then we'll all be him. Well, I mean, it's the easiest place to take. I'm just pitching ideas here. I'm trying to find the easiest path to being collectively him.
No thanks.
We're not invading Haiti. All right.
No
All right,
thanks
we're
on
just
being
spitballing.
no thanks on being collectively him. No, thank you. Hemming for what? What's the end prize? Right?
You get her, nigga. That's what you get.
You get a belt or something? Like what's
You
the prize
get
for
her.
him?
Weren't you paying attention? The prize for being him is some version of her.
Like, no. Come on. What is it?
Stephon Diggs speaks out after being charged with strangulation and assault. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, this is current, December 30. Lord, the life of him.
Yeah, no thanks.
So where do all the Zers play into all this?
Oh man, are you trying to pronoun me now? Don't pronoun me. We were doing fine.
Where's all the
if he made it
Zers
gay.
go?
It's
You just had to come up and made it gay. I think we broke the one white guy maximum here. It was fine when it was just bandit. Now you came up here and made it weird, Snowman. Making it the pronoun thing, all right?
It sounded like a pronoun thing the whole damn show.
It's when we start getting the Greek letters, I guess.
Oh man, listen, it's hard being a him. It really is.
Is it?
Apparently, it's what I'm hearing. I'm not really in the game. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. I wouldn't even know what it was like, bro.
Seems like a lot of effort for a single her.
Are we gonna go with the polygamy? You want me to pull up the polygamy clip? Because I realize. Let me ask you a question. In the world of polygamy, and then multiple partner variations and whatnot, are black people more inclined to that? Because it's not that I never see white people doing it, but I tend to see like the weird reject white people doing it, like the white people that make other non-white people envious. They're not doing the polygamy thing for the most part. It's all the other white folk that are into the polygamy stuff. But when it comes to Black America, it's a little bit different.
I could sum this up real quick. What you're describing is hyena culture.
white hyenas. Very,
No, I'm
very
saying
interesting.
what I'm saying is polygamy is hyena culture.
And we're talking about the white people in this context, therefore, ipso facto, white hyenas. That's who
Okay.
are, that's who is engaging in polygamy culture of white America. They have devolved into a type of white hyena clan. No, I get you. I get you. You might not have liked where I went, but I think it fits.
It fits.
Yeah, I'm pulling up this clip right here about the polygamy thing. And apparently, I am not just pulling this out of nowhere. I'll let you know when I'm pontificating.
Let me tell you why Africans created polygamy. Even today, for every one male child, there's 2 to 3 female male children. Well, it's the same 1,000 years ago. The Africans decide, what do we do with the surplus Muslim population? Female population. Europe took the surplus female population and made them whores and prostitutes. Africa didn't do that. Africa said those who can afford to and could properly take care of should marry more than one woman so that your female population get the same opportunity to have families and children like any other element of the population, and you don't develop that whore class, prostitute class that developed in Europe.
Wait for
Let me
it.
tell you why Africans created polygamy. Even today, for
I do believe, I believe personally that naturally men are not supposed to be one woman. I don't think that it's a natural thing for men to do. However, like you said, society has shaped us. And if you decide to get into a relationship where you've agreed that you're only seeing each other and you're committed to each other, then you should uphold that agreement. Okay. But I don't believe that it's a natural thing for men.
Men know that they're not monogamous, or they know that it's not in them. They know this, but because they love this woman and she's been sold the dream of monogamy. She's been sold the dream of monogamy. Men are very happy not being monogamous,
I agree with
They're
that.
very happy not being monogamous.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that.
women have been sold the dream of monogamy.
I feel like because social
You
media
choose
is
yourself.
such a big thing now,
Mm.
everyone is scared of what everyone
Wait,
else is.
pause, Hood.
Now, before you say anything, I just want to interject. First of all, shout out to True Hype with the $2. He says, isn't Hims a product for Low T? Oh no, look what they did to the Hims branding. That is absolutely true. I think Hims is definitely like Hims is dick medicine. Hims is like a dick pill now. It really is. It really is. It's terrible what they did to Hims.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not. All right.
But I want to point something out about what she just said about what he just said, because that's that one guy, I forget his name. He used to work with Just Pearly Things too. But that one black dude, I want to point out these are all more than likely Nigerian descendant London citizens or whatever, so they're African. And then also when they were talking about women being sold a dream of one man, I think there was a truth in that. European women, only the white women were waiting in a castle to be rescued. There's like Rapunzel is a white woman, the woman in the castle waiting for her knight to come rescue her. It's a very European thing.
Is that what we're calling mountains now, as castles?
Well, a mountain is a white man's castle. Yeah, I'm going with that. Shut up. I think the white man's conception of like monogamy and holy matrimony, it is the bedrock of Western culture. I think there is maybe a truth in when a lot of the woke black people say shit like, white patriarchal, heteronormative systems or whatever, they're literally talking about the man, woman, child system of white Christendom. And I think there's a weird truth in that where we don't like to acknowledge it maybe, but what if holy matrimony is the white man's culture?
Nobody owns marriage, bro.
Well, clearly these niggas don't own it. I mean, according to them, 85% of the world was polygynous before the white man told them that's nasty.
Well, look, I put in the chat, I put it incorrectly. It's 3 things. 1, the women don't want the responsibility of being a wife. 2, the men want the ego boost of having multiple women. And 3, they both want to one-up the white man with their superior system, right? That's what they want. So seeing as this group, as a group, the diaspora in general in the West is the furthest away from traditional marriage, you're going to have the most variation with trying to either replicate it, get back to it, or imitate it. Right? That's why you see all this crazy throuple and stud stuff going on and all this other craziness. Right?
That throuple
So-
shit's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
Snowman. What have you seen in the white world in regards to like polygamous pairings and multiple weird bondings? Is this a thing that you've come across at all?
Usually that type of shit in the white diaspora doesn't start happening until the marriage or relationship's pretty well over anyhow. That's kind of like used as a last ditch effort to completely destroy everything.
So like instead of getting a new truck, you get like a fat girlfriend or something?
And then you let your wife watch you.
Explore. It's exploratory.
They
Yeah.
call it exploring. Amazing.
But in all honesty, usually that kind of stuff that it doesn't happen until, like I said, the marriage is all but over anyhow.
I mean,
So-
honestly, from my experience living in the Midwest, right? Even poor whites are still vastly majority monogamous. Even dysfunctional, never married couples will still stay together for 20 years and raise a family.
Now, Freeman's Journal, like, although it's a delicate racial conversation, I'm kind of standing on this. I'm arguing that by a lot of measures, Black America, and you know, we could probably extend this to the diaspora, are just nowhere nearly as sexually monogamous, and perhaps we could just boil it down to sexually disciplined. Because
No, yeah, I have no.
marriage in and of itself requires a certain level of sexual discipline, monogamy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's a nuanced difference, but a difference still from marriage as a white institution.
Well, I mean,
Because
it's
if it
a different
is,
argument.
right, they're getting beat by a few other groups.
I'm not
I think-
arguing that
I think-
marriage. Hold on, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not saying marriage as a concept is a white institution. I think I need to refine the argument a little bit, because you're right. I'm not gonna fight you on that ground. Monogamous Christian marriage is a white
I would lean more towards what you're trying to get at is the contractual obligation of marriage, as far as the
Fade it out.
that you used to have.
Hold on. Run that back, man.
A contractual marriage, like you have to sign something that's observed by the state. That's a white institution. The idea of marriage itself, I think that's always been around.
Yeah, marriage as an idea of like a man, you know, men have always bought and sold women, and that's a very crude introduction to marriage, but that's like a very base, low level way to get there. And then beyond that, I think maybe it's actually true that, you know, I mean, listen, even within Europe, men had multiple wives, Vikings and whatnot. They, you know, it's not that polygamy was, you know, alien in Europe, but what I'm arguing was that the foothold and eventual spread of Christian culture throughout Europe and then throughout the rest of the colonies that Europe created. Yeah, that's what they did. They refined the idea of the Christian monogamous marriage, and they exported that shit.
Well, again, even with that, I think I'll still say and go back to the contractual agreement of it, because if you think about it, that was the only way that they could prove lineage to any kind of right to own any kind of land or own any country or be, you know, king or queen or whatever.
Well, I mean, if you look at a place like India, I remember this is actually a very real story in the history of British colonial rule over India. At one point, there was a huge problem with, I think the word is sati, S-A-T-I. And it's the phenomena, the cultural practice of Indian women throwing themselves onto their husband's funeral pyre. You know, when he burns, she burns. It's what they did. And so the Indians, you know, the British were pleading with them to stop doing this because it's a terrible, brutal thing to do to an innocent woman. And quite often you imagine it was done against her will. And so I guess the Indian position was that, well, this is simply our culture. You know, when he burns, she burns, right? And the British eventually responded, and I'm paraphrasing greatly here, but the British eventually responded with, well, if you were to do that, then it is our culture to hang you by the neck until you are no longer alive. And this is what I mean by, you know, eventually, like, the ideas of you know, that kind of culture, it does get spread through the colony. And I'm not saying that the British introduced marriage to India at all, but what I'm saying is the ways of Christian marriage have basically been enforced throughout their colonial holdings. And so I do kind of think there is maybe some truth to what these people were saying about the Christian monogamous marriage is it's a very European locust based thing, you know.
85% of the
Who
world.
the hell was laughing like that?
Me. It was me.
I know
was
it's
laughing.
it's big.
I still don't
That's a
agree
lot.
with that fully. Like I said, I still think it's more so about the contract. The only way to prove lineage. I mean, if you think about it, you go back all the way back into the Dark Ages and shit. A king had a wife, and he also had concubines. But if he had kids with those concubines, those were bastard sons. They meant absolutely nothing. They got absolutely nothing. It was the child that was actually, you know, created to the woman that he was married to that actually got all the lineage that came with, you know, the father that he had or she had.
And that's the reason why they ain't multiply upon themselves, because of that so-called factor. Yeah. Man. The good old days. I wonder what went wrong with all feminism.
Things just ain't the same for gangsters.
I mean, it started with the Greeks, and they gave it to the Romans, then the Ottomans, and now we here. I mean, it's a beautiful time to be alive. Go ahead.
No, I'm actually just kind of scrolling through, making sure I didn't leave anything off the table, because we're gonna wrap this one up in a minute. I gotta get out of here soon. But let me ask you guys a question. What I was saying earlier about, you know, black men wanting to lead in terms of relationships. What you guys have any thoughts on that? Do you think a lot of the men actually do want to be leaders? You know, the head of household.
For what?
I mean, don't all laugh at once.
I mean, lead what, Hood? Look, for the longest, again, specifically, we're gonna talk about black love, you know, with the afro, fist in the air, hug it up, and all that other ish, or dashikis wearing and whatnot. They've been telling us ever since the damn 60s, like 1968 even, that they don't need our black asses. They got matter of fact, they said it even before that. They said that back in the damn 30s. There's a movie called Dirty Jarita, whatever her name was. She said she had a sugar daddy. Hold on, I just gotta find the clip. Hold on, stay right there. But someone take over.
Any takers?
I don't think I'm qualified to answer this question.
Why? Are you too white to answer this question? I refuse to accept that.
Absolutely.
Snowman doesn't want to reveal his power level. Crafty Caucasian tricks you're playing on us. Come on, somebody else. Bandit, you want to jump out there? Come on, put your toe in the deep end.
Yeah, I don't feel like drowning today.
Ah!
High five, Bandit. High five.
This is the white unity. I didn't expect to get white solidarity in a moment like this. This is crazy work. Just gonna let the black dudes just struggle on their own. It's amazing what white guys can do when they get together.
Yo, play the clip. Play the clip in the chat. Play the clip.
I just pulled this up. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me prep the scene here. So it looks like black and white, 1930-ish, long time ago in a land far away.
1946, sir.
46? Oh man, you know the past really is a foreign country. Why can't I big screen this?
They didn't have widescreen back then.
Not bad, huh? I got a sugar daddy, a sailor, Marine, and a preacher man if I want to take the time to work on him. How am I doing, kids? Better go easy. Some things don't look so good to me.
Dirty Gertie.
Are them black girls in whiteface?
They some light-skinned red bones.
Yes. And both answers to yes.
They some uptown chicks. They probably got like they 1/4 Dominican or something too.
Now this doing like probably doing the Great Depression and Great Migration.
Okay.
So they mainly from the South.
We ain't have a lot of Dominicans here. They was straight up red bones. All right. Dirty Gertie though.
There's that preacher man. You got a bad look in his eye. And it's so bad.
You can hit the full video right there. I mean, it says right there in the corner.
That's it. No, I just wanted to let the clip itself play, but Dirty Gertie, that's crazy work.
Yeah, look, they've been like this ever since then, bro. You heard what she said. She got a sugar daddy, a pass.
Got a diamond ring, a diamond bracelet, a swell scar.
There we go.
Not to mention the flowers. Not bad, huh? I got a sugar daddy, a sailor, Marine, and a preacher man if I want to take the time to work on him.
Damn, that's the clip right there. Oh yeah, the Creoles. Shout out to them Creoles. They've been breaking niggas' backs since forever.
You look, and you see right there, even back then, they had childbearing throat right there. The childbearing lips.
Dude, I was gonna say her mouth looked like it can't be trusted.
Oh, it can be trusted on never mind.
She got a purty mouth. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Oh no, this ain't AI. This is an actual film from 1946.
Damn, son.
Look,
Been
we
cooked since
look,
the
ain't nothing new under the
40s.
sun.
We came back from the war cooked. Damn.
I think if movies were around longer, you'd probably find further stuff like this. Probably the Civil War or even before that.
Did the men, every time the men came back from a war, they were a little bit more cooked than when they left?
Oh yeah,
That's terrible.
Oh yeah. World War One.
Terrible.
It kicked
World
it off
War
in World War
One,
One.
World War Two, Korea,
Oh,
Vietnam,
war, bro. Hey, never
fucking
mind
Desert Storm, the other Desert Storm. It's like every time you had a war, the dudes left and came back a little bit more cooked, and now we're like, well done.
No, we're burnt to a crisp. Don't even say we're well done.
Hold on. Let's not be labeling us with them, Bandit. You're going a little far.
Goddamn, white solidarity strikes again. Oh man. Anyway, I got to check this out on my own time. This is a crazy movie right here.
The whole film is about her trying to get over on niggas, bro. Ain't nothing changed, bro.
Yeah, I gotta holler at Dirty Gertie from Harlem. I might know her people. Her people might know my people.
Or you might be the same people.
That might be your.
You know, my grandma was a Southern Redbone too. Terrible, crazy work. Oh man, black men don't want to lead.
Yeah, wouldn't you be proud to find out that your
You want to lead that? She had 4 niggas that was trying to lead her, and you see what happened. I mean, look, she got too big of herself. You know what I'm saying? She kept on smelling herself, bro. That's what's going on now.
Hey, shout out to Dick Thug with the 5 ball. He says, swans, coyote, beavers, etc. practice monogamy, and they've been here longer. They are just saying stupid stuff. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Were they talking about animals in one of the clips? Because, I mean, not every animal is a pack animal. Some animals do mate for life.
See,
A lot of birds do.
Yeah.
see, I'd rather be like a tiger.
Why
You know
would
who
you
doesn't date
why would
for
you want to
life?
do that?
He does it day for life. He go ahead base multiple times as he pleases. As soon as the little cubs start walking, he dips and keep on doing what he does.
So tigers are like black men,
Yep.
the niggas of the jungle. Listen, the lion is the king of the jungle, but the tiger is the nigga of the jungle. How about that? Damn, that's crazy business right there. That is
See, you got
crazy
even in the
business.
wild, you guys are still number 2. So why ain't you just happy with it?
God damn it. Leave me alone. Just
Well,
stop.
actuality is more tigers than lions. And I mean, have you seen the size comparison?
Just like the real world, man. There's more black people than white people yet. Yet.
Yeah, the size comparison. I mean, a tiger is way bigger than a lion, but we just let y'all think y'all king of the jungle for I guess to keep up historical purposes only. I guess.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
And yeah, thank you. And the lions be in the savannah and stuff like that. We the real niggas in the wilderness in the jungle, not y'all. King of the jungle. All y'all do is wanna do shit. All y'all want to do is eat shit and fornicate all day.
Hey man, it's the easy life. You want it if you had it. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. We're gonna wrap this one up. You guys be careful of wayward donkeys out there. The only real advice I want to leave you with, you know. Donkeys are typically hard to lead, you know. There's a reason why the Democrats picked that that logo. It's actually very fitting.
I know,
like
right?
The universe is trying to speak to you and meme.
They stubborn as mules. Yeah.
Do you think the universe memes?
Yeah. Life is a meme, bro.
Anyway.
All I know is all you hymns out there better get your shit together before it gets taken over by a bunch of Zims.
How do it equivalate?
The Zims? Damn.
Lord
Not the
have
Zims.
mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for coming out today. Hit that like button. I guess we ended this double header. I didn't even plan on doing it, but you know, I didn't even know what I was gonna do, and then I did it. Now it's done. Hit that like button, y'all.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.